Have you ever wondered why some women naturally draw men toward them, not just with their beauty, but with something deeper, something almost magnetic? It's not about wearing the latest fashion or following every trend. It's about the energy they carry, the attitude they embrace, and the way they make a man feel without even trying. Imagine walking into a room and feeling the subtle pull of someone's presence. That pull doesn't come from perfection. It comes from authenticity, confidence, and a quiet strength that speaks louder than words ever could. The truth is, men notice more than just appearances. Psychology tells us that humans are wired to respond to certain behaviors and energies. A woman's attitude, the way she carries herself, the subtle choices she makes in her interactions, all of these leave impressions that linger far longer than looks alone. A single smile, a confident glance, or the calm way she handles a challenge can spark admiration and respect in a man's mind. These are not tricks. They are attitudes cultivated from within that amplify a woman's natural magnetism. It's easy to think that attraction is all about chemistry or luck, but science and human behavior suggest something far more powerful. Consistent energy and authentic attitudes create lasting impact. A woman who understands this doesn't chase attention. She commands it effortlessly because her presence is rooted in self-awareness and inner strength. She understands that men are drawn to women who can inspire, who radiate positivity, and who show the courage to live fully on their own terms. Now, here's a question. What if you could embody attitudes that men don't just like, but genuinely admire and respect? What if these attitudes could shift the way you interact with men, the way they perceive you, and even the way you feel about yourself? This isn't about pretending to be someone you're not. It's about discovering the qualities within you that amplify your confidence, your charm, and your influence. The way you think, act, and respond carries more weight than any appearance ever could. By the end of this video, you'll uncover 5 key attitudes that men love about women. Attitudes that create admiration, spark deep interest, and build lasting attraction. But here's the promise. These are not superficial tips. They are rooted in psychology, human behavior, and timeless truths about connection, respect, and influence. If you watch till the end, you'll gain insights that could change the way you approach relationships, the way men see you, and most importantly, the way you see yourself. Think about this for a moment. A woman who exudes confidence doesn't need to demand attention. Her quiet self-assurance pulls people in naturally. A woman who shows kindness doesn't need to prove her value. Her warmth and generosity create a lasting impact. And a woman who maintains independence, who nurtures her own passions and dreams, doesn't become a challenge. She becomes an inspiration. These attitudes create a magnetic aura, one that draws men not because of external factors, but because of the depth, strength, and positivity they radiate. The psychology behind attraction is fascinating. Men, like all humans, are wired to respond to energy, not just words. They notice the subtle cues, the way a woman carries herself when no one is watching, the way she treats herself and others, the calm assurance in her voice and actions. These small but powerful attitudes communicate more than any compliment or outward appearance ever could. When you embrace these attitudes, you are signaling self-respect, emotional maturity, and a magnetic presence that is incredibly attractive on a subconscious level. And here's something even more powerful. When you embody these attitudes, it doesn't just affect how men see you, it transforms how you see yourself. Confidence grows from action, kindness multiplies through giving, and independence becomes a source of joy, not pressure. You begin to attract not just admiration, but respect and genuine connection. The way you feel about yourself resonates outward, shaping the energy you bring into every interaction. This is the essence of lasting attraction. It starts from within. So, if you're ready to discover the attitudes that truly captivate men, the qualities that create admiration, respect, and deep connection, stay with this video. By the end, you'll not only understand what men notice most, but you will also gain a roadmap to embrace these attitudes in your own life. The reward isn't just in knowing, it's in becoming the woman who naturally inspires, uplifts, and draws people toward her. Remember this. Attraction is never about perfection. It's about authenticity, energy, and the subtle power of attitude. Every choice you make, every way you carry yourself, and every thought you nurture contributes to the impression you leave. Men love women who have depth, confidence, warmth, and independence. And when you combine these, you become unforgettable, not because of what you wear, but because of who you are. So stay till the end, watch closely, absorb these insights, let them guide you. By embracing even a few of these attitudes, you'll start to notice a shift, not only in the way men see you, but in the way you feel, carry yourself, and step into your own power. This isn't just advice. It's a pathway to becoming the best version of yourself, the version that naturally draws respect, admiration, and love. Confidence is not something you wear like jewelry. It's not about speaking loudly, showing off, or demanding attention. True confidence comes from within. It is quiet, steady, and undeniable. A man notices when a woman carries herself with self-assurance because it signals that she values herself, that she knows her worth, and that she does not rely on others for validation. Confidence creates a magnetic presence. It tells the world, without a single word, that she is whole, capable, and in control of her life. Many women underestimate the power of self-belief. They think that being liked requires constant effort, flattering words, or changing themselves to fit someone else's expectations. But psychology reveals a different truth. Authenticity and inner strength matter far more than trying to impress. Men are drawn to women who are comfortable in their own skin, who can walk into any situation with poise, and who do not seek permission to exist fully. This is the kind of confidence that does not shout, it whispers, and yet it resonates deeply. Confidence is not about being fearless. It is about feeling the fear and moving forward anyway. It is about trusting yourself in moments of uncertainty. When a woman approaches life with this kind of courage, it becomes contagious. Men notice it, even if they cannot put it into words. They are inspired by her ability to face challenges, to stand firm in her beliefs, and to embrace life with a sense of purpose. Confidence is magnetic because it promises stability, strength, and reliability, qualities that everyone unconsciously seeks in a partner. This attitude goes beyond physical presence. It is reflected in how a woman speaks, how she makes decisions, and how she treats herself. Confidence allows her to maintain boundaries without guilt, to say no without hesitation, and to pursue her passions without fear of judgment. A man is drawn to this energy because it signals that she is not dependent on external approval. She creates her own happiness. She sets her own standards. And in doing so, she becomes a woman who is not only attractive, but deeply inspiring. Think about the moments when a man feels most respect and admiration. It is rarely about looks or charm alone. It is when a woman stands firm in her values, when she shows courage in her choices, and when she moves through life with certainty and grace. Confidence communicates strength and resilience. It says, I know who I am, and I deserve respect. And respect, more than anything else, forms the foundation of lasting attraction. Building confidence starts with small, intentional steps. Every decision you make to honor yourself reinforces this attitude. Every time you speak your truth, pursue your goals, or carry yourself with pride, you are training the mind and body to radiate certainty. Confidence is like a muscle. It grows stronger with consistent effort and self-belief. When a woman embodies this energy, men cannot help but notice. They are naturally drawn to someone who shines from the inside out, someone whose presence makes them feel challenged, inspired, and intrigued. It is also important to understand that confidence does not mean perfection. It does not mean never making mistakes or always having answers. True confidence is embracing imperfections, learning from failures, and maintaining faith in oneself. Men are attracted to women who can acknowledge their flaws while still honoring their strengths. This balance creates authenticity, and authenticity fosters trust. When a man senses that a woman is comfortable with who she is, he feels secure, intrigued, and eager to invest emotionally. Confidence changes the dynamics of every interaction. It shifts the energy from seeking approval to giving value. A woman who is confident does not try to impress or manipulate. She communicates naturally through her actions, her posture, and her decisions. She sets a standard for how she expects to be treated, and in doing so, she inspires respect rather than compliance. This is the subtle, invisible power that attracts men without forcing attention or trying too hard. Beyond attraction, confidence empowers a woman to live life on her terms. She pursues her dreams, expresses her desires, and moves through the world with determination. Men notice this independence, but it is her self-assurance that makes it irresistible. Confidence is the bridge between admiration and deeper connection. It draws people in, but it also keeps her grounded, ensuring that the relationships she builds are based on respect, shared values, and genuine affection. Finally, confidence is transformative because it changes how a woman experiences herself. It allows her to let go of doubt, insecurity, and fear. Every time she chooses courage over hesitation, belief over uncertainty, and self-respect over approval, she strengthens the magnetic force within her. Men are naturally drawn to this energy because it is rare, powerful, and inspiring. Confidence does not demand love, it earns it. It does not beg for attention, it commands it. And it does not chase validation, it radiates self-worth effortlessly and beautifully. Kindness is one of the most powerful, yet often overlooked qualities a woman can possess. It is not about being overly agreeable or sacrificing your needs for others. True kindness comes from a place of inner strength, understanding, and empathy. It is the ability to care for others without losing yourself. When a woman exudes this energy, it creates a sense of warmth and security that naturally draws men toward her. Psychology shows that humans are wired to respond to compassion and warmth because it signals emotional safety and stability. A man notices when a woman treats others with genuine care, not because she wants something in return, but because it is a reflection of who she is. Kindness does not mean weakness. It is not a sign of passivity or lack of confidence. On the contrary, it requires courage to be compassionate in a world that often rewards selfishness. Men are instinctively drawn to women who show empathy because it demonstrates emotional intelligence, patience, and strength of character. A kind woman does not react with anger or judgment when faced with challenges. She chooses understanding over criticism, support over blame, and love over resentment. These choices communicate a deeper sense of power, one that is subtle yet magnetic. A woman who embraces kindness in her daily life leaves a lasting impression without needing to speak loudly or seek attention. Her gestures, words, and actions carry meaning, and men feel this energy on a subconscious level. Kindness is about making others feel seen, heard, and valued, and this does not require perfection. It requires awareness, intentionality, and a willingness to connect from the heart. Men notice these qualities because they reflect a woman's character, her integrity, and her capacity for meaningful connection. The psychology of attraction reveals a profound truth: kindness triggers emotional bonds. Men are drawn to women who create comfort, warmth, and positivity in their presence. Small acts like listening attentively, showing patience, or offering encouragement have a powerful impact. These actions communicate that a woman is emotionally mature, trustworthy, and capable of nurturing relationships. It is this emotional resonance that turns simple interactions into lasting admiration. Kindness also strengthens self-respect. A woman who is genuinely compassionate does not compromise her boundaries or dignity. She knows when to offer support and when to protect her energy. This balance between care for others and self-care amplifies her attractiveness. Men notice a woman who can be loving without being dependent, who can nurture without losing herself. This is the type of energy that builds deep connections based on mutual respect and genuine admiration, rather than temporary fascination. When kindness becomes an integral part of a woman's attitude, it naturally enhances other qualities like confidence and independence. A kind woman can stand her ground without hostility. She can pursue her goals without harshness. She can express her thoughts and desires with grace and understanding. Men are drawn to this combination of strength and compassion because it signals balance. She is approachable yet respected, gentle yet powerful, loving yet self-assured. This duality is rare, and it makes her presence unforgettable. It is also important to understand that kindness is contagious. The energy a woman radiates influences the atmosphere around her. When she approaches life with patience, understanding, and empathy, she encourages the same behavior in others. Men respond to this energy not just because it feels good, but because it inspires them to be better versions of themselves. A kind woman elevates the people around her without demanding it. And this natural influence is far more attractive than any external charm. Kindness does not require grand gestures. It is in the way a woman listens, the words she chooses, and the respect she shows in everyday interactions. It is in her ability to forgive small mistakes, to offer encouragement, and to create moments of comfort. These subtle expressions carry more weight than overt displays of charm or beauty. Men sense the sincerity behind each act, and that sincerity builds trust and admiration. A woman who is authentically kind becomes someone men want to be around, not out of obligation, but because her presence feels nourishing and inspiring. Finally, kindness is a reflection of a woman's inner world. It signals emotional maturity, empathy, and a stable sense of self. Men are naturally drawn to energy that feels safe, consistent, and uplifting. When a woman cultivates this attitude, she attracts more than just attention. She invites genuine respect, loyalty, and meaningful connection. Her kindness becomes a silent magnet, drawing people toward her not through manipulation or effort, but through the simple, profound power of authenticity and compassion. Embracing kindness is not just about creating attraction. It transforms a woman's life, relationships, and sense of fulfillment. It allows her to navigate challenges with grace, connect deeply with others, and leave a positive mark wherever she goes. Men notice, but more importantly, they feel it. They are drawn to the energy, inspired by the character, and motivated by the authenticity of a woman who embodies true kindness. This attitude does not fade with time. It grows stronger, deeper, and more magnetic as she continues to live with intention and heart. Independence is a quality that quietly commands respect. It is not about pushing people away or avoiding relationships. True independence means having your own life, dreams, and purpose, while still being open to sharing your world with someone else. A man notices a woman who is self-sufficient, not because she is cold, but because she radiates a sense of completeness. Psychology shows that humans are naturally drawn to energy that feels whole. A woman who can thrive on her own projects' confidence, stability, and resilience, qualities that are irresistibly attractive. Many women confuse independence with isolation or arrogance. The truth is, independence is the freedom to choose yourself first without feeling guilty. It is about pursuing passions, nurturing ambitions, and making decisions that align with your values. Men are deeply attracted to women who have this sense of purpose because it signals that she is not reliant on anyone for validation or happiness. She is a partner by choice, not by necessity. This mindset creates an aura of respect, admiration, and subtle fascination. A woman who embodies independence does not seek approval before making decisions. She trusts her intuition and values her perspective. When she sets goals, she works toward them with dedication, discipline, and passion. Men notice this energy because it is rare and powerful. Independence communicates that she has standards, priorities, and a life full of meaning. It also signals emotional maturity. She can navigate challenges without constant reassurance, and she can offer support without losing her own identity. Independence is not only about financial or social freedom, it is about emotional resilience and self-reliance. A woman who manages her own emotions, faces obstacles with courage, and maintains her sense of self in every circumstance naturally draws admiration. Men are inspired by this energy because it creates balance. She is approachable yet strong, loving yet self-assured, caring yet unattached. This equilibrium fosters attraction on a deep psychological level because it promises a relationship built on mutual respect rather than neediness or dependency. When a woman maintains independence, she also becomes more selective. She does not settle for attention, validation, or compromise that undermines her values. This selectiveness is attractive because it shows that she knows her worth and refuses to compromise her identity for someone else. Men feel challenged and inspired by this energy. They are drawn to someone who is grounded, purposeful, and unapologetically herself. Independence transforms the way she interacts with the world, making her magnetic in subtle but powerful ways. Psychology reveals that men respect women who can live fully without relying on them. This respect is a foundation for admiration, attraction, and deeper connection. Independence allows a woman to enter relationships from a place of completeness rather than need. She does not give love out of desperation or fear, but from a place of abundance. This mindset creates a dynamic where attraction is mutual, authentic, and long-lasting. A man feels the pull of her energy because it is rare, powerful, and genuine. Independence also encourages self-growth. When a woman invests in her skills, passions, and well-being, she becomes a person who inspires others. Men are attracted to women who continuously evolve, who pursue excellence, and who challenge themselves to reach higher. This growth mindset makes her presence irresistible because it signals strength, adaptability, and ambition. Independence becomes a magnet not only for admiration, but for meaningful connection, respect, and genuine interest. Emotional independence is equally important. A woman who can manage her emotions, handle setbacks with composure, and maintain a positive outlook demonstrates inner strength. Men notice this because it creates stability and trust. When she faces life's challenges without falling apart, she communicates resilience, courage, and self-reliance. This combination of emotional maturity and autonomy is rare and compelling, making her an anchor in any relationship. Being independent does not mean shutting people out. It means engaging with others without losing yourself. It means creating a life that is yours first and inviting someone to join rather than trying to complete you. Men are drawn to women who can love freely, without clinging, without dependency, and without compromising their essence. Independence becomes a source of attraction because it represents freedom, strength, and authenticity, all qualities that trigger admiration and fascination on a deep psychological level. Finally, independence is empowering. It allows a woman to live on her terms, make bold decisions, and embrace challenges without fear. This energy is magnetic because it communicates strength, purpose, and self-respect. Men are drawn not only to the life she has built, but to the character she embodies. She becomes a woman who is inspiring, unforgettable, and irresistible, not because she demands attention, but because she exudes completeness, courage, and inner power. Independence is not just an attitude. It is a lifestyle that transforms presence, relationships, and the way the world responds to her. Positivity is one of the most attractive qualities a woman can possess. It is not about ignoring reality or pretending that life is perfect. True positivity is the ability to focus on solutions, embrace challenges, and find light even in difficult situations. Men are naturally drawn to women who radiate optimism because it creates an atmosphere of hope, encouragement, and energy. Positive energy is contagious. When a woman carries this mindset, it lifts everyone around her, making her presence magnetic and inspiring. A positive woman approaches life with curiosity rather than fear. She sees obstacles as opportunities for growth and learns from every experience. This mindset signals resilience and emotional strength. Men notice this energy because it reflects a mindset that is stable, uplifting, and forward-looking. Positivity creates a sense of safety and reassurance. It communicates that even when things go wrong, she will remain composed, proactive, and empowered. This attitude not only attracts attention, but also builds respect and admiration on a deeper level. Optimism is reflected in words, actions, and energy. A woman who speaks with encouragement, listens with understanding, and responds with grace naturally draws people toward her. Men are inspired by this quality because it signals emotional maturity and the ability to handle life's ups and downs with balance. Positivity transforms interactions, turning ordinary moments into uplifting experiences. It creates an invisible pull, a quiet magnetism that makes men want to be around her, learn from her energy, and invest in her presence. Positivity is also about self-talk and perspective. A woman who believes in her potential, who celebrates small victories, and who views setbacks as lessons communicates confidence and resilience. Men notice this mindset because it reflects someone who can handle challenges without despair or negativity. A positive attitude demonstrates that she is capable of maintaining emotional stability and that her energy is worth experiencing. It is an invisible force that inspires admiration, trust, and attraction. Men are drawn to women who can lift the mood, who can bring light to heavy moments, and who can find hope when situations seem bleak. This is not superficial charm. It is a reflection of inner strength and emotional intelligence. Positivity creates an environment where connection thrives because people feel encouraged, motivated, and valued. Men are naturally attracted to women who make them feel stronger, lighter, and more alive just by being present. A woman who embodies positivity does not dwell on past mistakes or resentments. She does not allow negativity to dominate her thoughts or interactions. Instead, she focuses on growth, learning, and gratitude. Men respond to this energy because it signals emotional independence. She is not seeking validation through pity or complaints. Her energy is self-sustaining, uplifting, and inspiring. Positivity allows her to engage fully with life while attracting men who appreciate depth, joy, and emotional stability. It is important to understand that positivity enhances other qualities, such as confidence, kindness, and independence. A positive mindset amplifies strength, compassion, and self-reliance. Men notice when a woman handles challenges with grace, finds solutions without despair, and uplifts those around her. This attitude creates admiration because it demonstrates resilience, emotional intelligence, and a constructive approach to life. Positivity is a rare quality that communicates strength without aggression and influence without manipulation. Even small habits contribute to this attitude. A woman who smiles genuinely, speaks with warmth, and focuses on opportunities rather than problems radiates positivity. Men notice the subtle cues, the brightness in her eyes, the calmness in her voice, the way she turns difficulties into learning moments. These actions send a powerful message. She is in control of her energy, and her presence is a source of inspiration. Positivity becomes an invisible magnet that draws admiration, respect, and attraction naturally. The psychology behind positivity shows that humans are hardwired to respond to uplifting energy. When a woman consistently radiates hope, encouragement, and optimism, she triggers positive emotions in others. Men are unconsciously drawn to this energy because it creates comfort, inspires motivation, and strengthens emotional bonds. A positive woman is seen as supportive, engaging, and uplifting, all traits that foster admiration and attraction. Finally, positivity transforms a woman's life beyond relationships. It changes how she experiences challenges, celebrates successes, and interacts with the world. Men are drawn not only to her presence, but to the energy she radiates in every interaction. Positivity allows her to navigate life with joy, strength, and purpose. It becomes a core part of her personality that inspires respect, admiration, and genuine connection. A woman who embodies this attitude is unforgettable because she lifts not only herself but everyone around her, creating a ripple effect of influence, attraction, and admiration. Mystery is an attitude that sparks curiosity, admiration, and deep fascination. It is not about hiding who you are or playing games. True mystery is subtle, layered, and compelling. It comes from depth of thought, self-awareness, and the ability to reveal yourself slowly over time. Men are naturally drawn to women who carry this energy because it creates intrigue and invites exploration. Mystery is magnetic because it keeps the mind engaged, the heart curious, and the emotions invested. A woman who embodies mystery does not reveal everything at once. She shares her thoughts, feelings, and experiences intentionally, allowing moments of discovery to unfold naturally. This attitude communicates self-respect, depth, and confidence. Men notice when a woman has layers, when she is interesting, reflective, and unpredictable in her energy. Mystery is appealing because it challenges the mind and inspires genuine interest. It makes a woman unforgettable without her needing to demand attention or prove her worth. Psychology shows that humans are wired to respond to the unknown and the intriguing. Mystery taps into curiosity, a fundamental driver of attention and admiration. When a woman maintains this aura, she engages men on a deeper level. They are compelled to learn more, to connect more, and to invest effort in understanding her. This is the power of mystery. It transforms simple interaction into meaningful engagement. A man feels drawn not just by appearance, but by the depth and uniqueness of her presence. Mystery is also closely tied to self-confidence. A woman who does not feel the need to explain every thought, justify every action, or seek constant validation exudes strength. She is comfortable being herself even when it is not fully understood. Men are attracted to this energy because it signals independence, self-reliance, and authenticity. Mystery becomes a silent form of influence. It makes men invest emotionally, intellectually, and mentally, not through effort on her part, but because of the allure she naturally creates. A mysterious woman is not predictable. She balances openness with discretion, allowing others to discover who she is gradually. This approach creates fascination because it stimulates curiosity while still communicating sincerity. Men are drawn to this subtle dance of revelation and restraint. They sense that there is more to her than meets the eye, and this sense of depth triggers admiration, intrigue, and a desire for connection. Mystery inspires respect because it communicates that she is not easily understood, controlled, or influenced. Mystery is also reflected in a woman's actions, body language, and choices. It is the calm confidence in her presence, the thoughtful pause before she speaks, and the measured way she shares her experiences. Men notice these cues unconsciously, feeling the pull of curiosity and intrigue. Mystery is powerful because it is invisible, yet undeniable. It does not need to be demonstrated overtly. It is felt, sensed, and appreciated. A woman who cultivates this energy becomes captivating without trying, irresistible without forcing it. Beyond attraction, mystery enhances emotional connection. It allows a relationship to develop gradually, building layers of trust, understanding, and intimacy over time. Men value women who are not fully transparent immediately because it encourages investment. They are motivated to learn, explore, and engage meaningfully. Mystery transforms interactions into journeys of discovery, creating depth and longevity in emotional bonds. It turns fleeting interest into admiration, and admiration into genuine respect. Mystery is also empowering because it allows a woman to control her energy and boundaries. She decides what to share, when to share it, and how to express herself authentically. Men respond positively to this because it demonstrates self-respect, discernment, and emotional intelligence. Mystery is attractive because it signals that she is thoughtful, deliberate, and in command of her life. It communicates that she cannot be rushed or taken for granted, which elevates her presence in every interaction. A woman who embraces mystery does not need to manipulate or play games. She simply maintains depth, confidence, and intentionality in her actions and words. Men are drawn to this energy because it is genuine and rare. Mystery inspires curiosity, admiration, and respect simultaneously. It creates an aura of sophistication, intrigue, and emotional richness that leaves a lasting impression. Men find themselves naturally engaged, emotionally invested, and fascinated by the layers they gradually uncover. Finally, mystery transforms the way a woman experiences herself. It encourages self-reflection, authenticity, and personal growth. By maintaining depth and intentionality, she cultivates inner strength, emotional maturity, and self-awareness. Men are attracted to this energy not because it is mysterious for the sake of attention, but because it reflects a woman who knows herself, values herself, and lives intentionally. Mystery becomes a tool for attraction, respect, and meaningful connection, making her presence unforgettable, compelling, and magnetic in every space she enters. When confidence, kindness, independence, positivity, and mystery come together, they create an energy that is impossible to ignore. Each attitude on its own is powerful, but when combined, they form a woman who is magnetic, inspiring, and unforgettable. Men are naturally drawn to this balance because it communicates strength, emotional depth, and authenticity. The interplay of these qualities creates a presence that commands admiration without effort, respect without demand, and attraction without manipulation. Confidence forms the foundation. It shows that a woman knows her worth and values herself. When paired with kindness, it becomes approachable strength. A woman who can stand tall without intimidating others, who can lead without overpowering, and who can express herself without diminishing anyone else. Men are drawn to this combination because it communicates balance. She is both capable and compassionate, strong yet nurturing. The energy this creates is magnetic, inviting curiosity, respect, and admiration in every interaction. Independence adds another layer of power. It communicates that a woman's life is full, meaningful, and self-sufficient. When confidence and kindness are combined with independence, it creates a woman who attracts not because she needs, but because she chooses. Men are inspired by women who live fully, pursue their dreams, and maintain their identity while engaging in relationships. Independence ensures that admiration is earned naturally, not demanded, and that attraction grows from respect, curiosity, and genuine connection. Positivity amplifies this energy further. A confident, kind, and independent woman who radiates optimism becomes irresistible. Her energy uplifts everyone around her, making interactions enjoyable, inspiring, and memorable. Men are naturally drawn to positive energy because it stimulates hope, motivation, and emotional comfort. Positivity enhances the other qualities, making confidence feel warm instead of intimidating, kindness feel empowering instead of passive, and independence feel inviting instead of distant. This synergy creates a magnetic aura that encourages engagement, trust, and emotional investment. Mystery completes the combination. It adds depth, intrigue, and fascination to the energy already created by confidence, kindness, independence, and positivity. A woman who maintains an element of mystery stimulates curiosity and invites exploration. Men are naturally compelled to invest effort and attention because the energy she radiates is layered and dynamic. Mystery ensures that attraction is sustained over time, transforming initial admiration into deeper connection, respect, and emotional engagement. It is the final piece that turns presence into magnetism. Together, these 5 attitudes create a woman who is whole, balanced, and compelling. She communicates value without proving it, inspires admiration without forcing it, and attracts connection without needing it. Men notice her not just because she is attractive, but because she embodies qualities that signal emotional maturity, resilience, and authenticity. This combination of energy triggers admiration on multiple levels: intellectual, emotional, and psychological. It is the kind of presence that lingers in memory and creates a lasting impression. The psychology behind this synergy is clear. Humans respond to balanced energy that signals completeness, emotional intelligence, and authenticity. A woman who embodies all 5 attitudes communicates that she is capable, grounded, and inspiring. Men are attracted because they sense stability, curiosity, and depth. They admire because they recognize value. They invest emotionally because they are inspired by the energy she radiates. Each quality reinforces the others, creating a compound effect far stronger than any single attribute alone. This balance also transforms interactions into meaningful experiences. A woman who combines confidence with kindness, independence with positivity, and mystery with authenticity creates dynamics that feel engaging, inspiring, and memorable. Men are drawn to her energy not through superficial charm, but because she embodies qualities that evoke trust, respect, and admiration. Every conversation, gesture, and choice communicates value and emotional depth. She does not need to seek attention. Attention naturally follows her because of the energy she radiates. The true power of these attitudes is that they elevate a woman's presence in every area of life. She becomes someone who inspires not only romantic admiration, but also respect in friendships, professional interactions, and social dynamics. Men are drawn to women who live intentionally, who carry themselves with integrity, and who inspire positive energy. The combination of these 5 attitudes signals that she is grounded, self-aware, and emotionally mature, qualities that are universally attractive and deeply magnetic. Finally, when a woman integrates confidence, kindness, independence, positivity, and mystery into her life, she creates a sense of authenticity and empowerment that cannot be replicated. Men are naturally attracted to energy that feels complete, balanced, and intentional. She does not need to seek validation, prove her worth, or manipulate attention. Her energy speaks for itself. The synergy of these attitudes transforms presence into influence, admiration into respect, and attraction into meaningful connection. It is the invisible force that makes her unforgettable, compelling, and truly magnetic. Reflection is one of the most powerful tools a woman can use to transform her relationships and her life. It is the act of looking inward, honestly examining thoughts, behaviors, and attitudes, and understanding the energy you bring into every interaction. Men are naturally drawn to women who are self-aware because it signals emotional intelligence, maturity, and stability. When a woman takes the time to reflect on herself, she gains clarity, confidence, and the ability to navigate relationships with purpose and authenticity. Reflection is not about judgment or criticism. It is about awareness. It is about recognizing patterns, understanding what drives your actions, and evaluating how your energy impacts others. Men notice women who possess this quality because it communicates self-control, thoughtfulness, and a depth that is rare. A woman who can pause, observe, and adjust herself is someone who can create meaningful connections while maintaining her values and integrity. Self-reflection turns simple awareness into magnetic presence. The process of self-reflection begins with honesty. A woman must ask herself the difficult questions: am I confident in my own worth? Do I treat others with genuine kindness? Am I living independently, following my passions, and maintaining my boundaries? How often do I focus on positivity? And how much of my energy is open to growth? Do I reveal my true self while maintaining a sense of mystery and depth? These questions are not meant to induce guilt. They are tools for empowerment. They create insight into who you are, who you want to become, and how you influence the world around you. Self-reflection allows a woman to take responsibility for her energy and choices. Men are instinctively drawn to women who take ownership of themselves because it communicates strength, stability, and emotional balance. When a woman understands her strengths, she exudes confidence. When she acknowledges areas of growth, she demonstrates humility and self-awareness. This combination is incredibly attractive because it signals a person who is evolving, intentional, and grounded. Men are drawn to growth-oriented energy because it inspires them to grow alongside it. Reflection also helps a woman identify which attitudes she naturally embodies and which require conscious effort. Confidence may feel innate, while kindness may need nurturing in moments of stress. Independence may need reinforcement when challenges arise. Positivity can be cultivated even in difficult circumstances. Mystery requires intentionality and discernment. By reflecting on these qualities, a woman becomes aware of her influence and learns how to strengthen the attitudes that elevate her energy and presence. Through self-reflection, a woman develops emotional intelligence, the ability to understand her emotions, regulate her responses, and empathize with others. Men respond to this because it creates connection without chaos, influence without manipulation, and attraction without neediness. Emotional intelligence allows a woman to engage fully, communicate effectively, and inspire admiration effortlessly. Reflection provides the foundation for this growth, turning self-awareness into presence and understanding into influence. Another important aspect of reflection is alignment. Men are drawn to women who live consistently with their values. When attitudes, actions, and intentions are aligned, a woman radiates authenticity. Reflection allows her to assess whether she is honoring her principles, maintaining her boundaries, and expressing herself in ways that are true to her essence. This consistency creates trust, admiration, and magnetic attraction because it communicates reliability, integrity, and self-respect. Self-reflection also empowers a woman to set higher standards in relationships. When she understands her worth and the energy she brings, she can identify what is acceptable and what is not. Men respect women who maintain standards because it signals that they are not easily swayed or manipulated. It shows that she values herself and expects respect in return. This attitude attracts men who are serious, invested, and aligned with her energy, while naturally discouraging those who are not. Finally, reflection is a lifelong process. It is not about reaching a final state of perfection, but about continuous growth and refinement. Men are inspired by women who invest in themselves, who observe, learn, and evolve. Self-reflection creates a cycle of improvement. Awareness leads to action, action builds confidence, and confidence deepens presence. Over time, this energy becomes irresistible because it is authentic, intentional, and continuously growing. A woman who reflects, adapts, and evolves becomes magnetic not just in attraction, but in influence, connection, and the way she impacts the world. By embracing self-reflection, a woman transforms the way she relates to herself and others. She becomes more confident, kind, independent, positive, and mysteriously intriguing because each attitude is examined, understood, and strengthened through awareness. Men are naturally drawn to this energy because it signals depth, growth, and authenticity. Reflection is not just a practice, it is the pathway to becoming a woman who inspires respect, admiration, and meaningful connection in every aspect of life. The attitudes a woman carries are not meant to exist only in theory. They are expressed in every interaction, every choice, and every moment of connection. Confidence, kindness, independence, positivity, and mystery are not just personal traits. They are active forces that shape how men perceive, respond, and engage. When these qualities are consistently demonstrated in real-life situations, they create energy that naturally draws admiration, respect, and deep attraction. Every gesture, word, and action becomes a reflection of her inner strength, emotional intelligence, and intentional presence. Confidence in real-life interactions is expressed in subtle yet powerful ways. It is seen in the way a woman maintains eye contact without arrogance, speaks her truth without hesitation, and carries herself with poise in every circumstance. Men are drawn to women who handle themselves with certainty because it signals self-respect and stability. Confidence influences the energy of a conversation, the tone of a relationship, and the respect a man feels. It communicates that she values herself, and by extension, she expects to be valued by others. This is the foundation upon which all other attitudes build. Kindness in interactions amplifies connection and admiration. It is expressed in listening attentively, offering encouragement, and responding with empathy. Men notice when a woman genuinely cares, not through words alone, but through her actions and energy. Acts of kindness communicate warmth, emotional intelligence, and a willingness to nurture relationships without losing personal boundaries. This combination of approachability and inner strength is magnetic. It allows men to feel comfortable, valued, and inspired, creating the emotional resonance that builds deep attraction over time. Independence plays a critical role in shaping how interactions unfold. A woman who maintains her passions, goals, and identity communicates that she is whole on her own. Men are drawn to this because it signals emotional maturity and stability. Independence allows her to engage in conversations and relationships from a place of choice rather than need. She offers attention and care freely, not out of obligation or dependence. This creates a natural respect, admiration, and genuine curiosity, because men sense that her energy is self-sustaining, authentic, and purposeful. Positivity enhances every interaction by shaping the emotional tone of connection. When a woman radiates optimism, resilience, and constructive energy, she creates an environment that feels uplifting and engaging. Men respond to this energy instinctively, feeling motivated, inspired, and comfortable in her presence. Positivity transforms ordinary exchanges into memorable experiences because it communicates hope, stability, and emotional intelligence. A woman who maintains this attitude makes interactions enjoyable and emotionally rewarding, which naturally strengthens attraction and admiration. Mystery adds depth and intrigue to real-life engagement. It is not about being evasive or manipulative, but about revealing layers thoughtfully. A woman who carries an element of mystery sparks curiosity and keeps interactions dynamic. Men are drawn to this energy because it invites them to invest attention and thought, creating mental and emotional engagement. Mystery enhances the experience of connection by transforming simple moments into opportunities for discovery. It communicates depth, self-awareness, and intentionality, making her presence compelling and memorable. The true power of these attitudes is seen in how they interact during real-life moments. A confident woman who is also kind demonstrates strength without intimidation. An independent woman who radiates positivity becomes inspiring and engaging. A mysterious woman who maintains kindness and confidence sparks curiosity while remaining approachable. Men notice the balance and synergy of these qualities, which communicates a woman who is emotionally mature, self-aware, and captivating on multiple levels. Each attitude reinforces the others, creating a presence that is magnetic without effort, commanding respect without force, and inspiring admiration naturally. Applying these attitudes consciously transforms not only romantic interactions but all social dynamics. Men respond to energy more than words. They sense the balance between strength and warmth, independence and connection, optimism and depth. By demonstrating these qualities consistently, a woman creates a powerful impression that lingers long after the interaction ends. Real-life application turns abstract qualities into lived influence, showing men that she is grounded, intentional, and authentic. This is the difference between temporary interest and lasting admiration. Every interaction becomes an opportunity to reinforce presence and influence. Confidence allows her to set boundaries calmly. Kindness ensures that her presence nurtures and uplifts. Independence communicates value and self-sufficiency. Positivity shapes emotional energy to be inspiring and motivating. Mystery sustains curiosity and interest. When these attitudes are applied together, they create a cycle of admiration and respect that men cannot ignore. The energy she radiates becomes a silent form of influence, drawing attention, connection, and investment naturally. Finally, practicing these attitudes consistently in real life strengthens internal alignment and self-belief. Men respond to the energy of authenticity. And authenticity comes from living in accordance with one's values and attitudes. by embodying confidence, kindness, independence, positivity, and mystery in interactions. A woman not only shapes the way others perceive her, but also reinforces her own sense of self-worth, resilience, and empowerment. This creates a life of meaningful connection, mutual respect, and magnetic presence that is both inspiring and enduring. Every woman has the power to become the kind of presence that leaves a lasting impression, inspires admiration, and attracts respect. It begins with understanding that attraction is not about perfection, beauty, or external validation. It is about the energy you radiate, the attitudes you embody, and the way you carry yourself through life. Confidence, kindness, independence, positivity, and mystery are not mere qualities. They are the essence of magnetic presence. When consciously embraced, they transform how men perceive you, how relationships unfold, and most importantly, how you experience yourself. The journey to embodying these attitudes is also a journey to self-mastery. Each step requires awareness, intention, and courage. It begins with believing in your own worth, honoring your values, and trusting your instincts. Men are naturally drawn to women who know who they are, who embrace their strengths, and who approach life with integrity. These attitudes create a quiet power, a presence that commands attention effortlessly and inspires admiration without effort. A woman who masters her energy becomes unforgettable because she is authentic, strong, and fully herself. Confidence remains the foundation of this transformation. It signals to the world that you value yourself, that you can navigate challenges with courage, and that your presence matters. When coupled with kindness, confidence becomes approachable and inspiring. Men notice this energy because it communicates balance, strength without arrogance, self-assurance without entitlement, and presence without demand. The interplay of confidence and kindness sets the stage for admiration, curiosity, and respect. Independence amplifies this energy by demonstrating that you are whole on your own. Men are naturally drawn to women who have purpose, pursue their dreams, and maintain their identity while engaging in relationships. Independence communicates that connection is a choice, not a necessity. It signals that your energy is self-sustaining and authentic. When independence is combined with positivity, your presence becomes uplifting and energizing. Positivity transforms challenges into opportunities, interactions into inspiration, and everyday moments into experiences worth remembering. Mystery completes the circle. A woman who maintains layers, reveals herself thoughtfully, and exudes depth creates intrigue and fascination. Men are drawn to mystery because it sparks curiosity and emotional engagement. Mystery is not about hiding your true self. It is about being intentional with your presence. When combined with the other attitudes, it ensures that admiration deepens over time, transforming initial attraction into lasting respect and connection. The most powerful aspect of embodying these attitudes is the effect they have on your own life. Self-reflection allows you to understand which qualities are natural and which require conscious cultivation. It empowers you to take ownership of your energy, make intentional choices, and navigate relationships with clarity and integrity. Men respond to authenticity because it communicates stability, emotional maturity, and trustworthiness. By investing in yourself and your attitudes, you create magnetic energy that inspires admiration, loyalty, and meaningful connection. Every interaction, no matter how brief, becomes an opportunity to express these attitudes. Confidence sets boundaries, kindness nurtures connection, independence signals strength, positivity uplifts energy, and mystery sparks curiosity. Together, they create a presence that is irresistible, commanding, and deeply respected. Men notice this combination instinctively, even on a subconscious level, because it reflects emotional intelligence, self-respect, and authenticity, qualities that are universally attractive and deeply magnetic. This transformation also changes the way you experience yourself. You no longer rely on validation from others to feel worthy. You approach relationships and interactions from a place of abundance, choice, and empowerment. The energy you radiate becomes self-sustaining, inspiring those around you without effort. Men are naturally drawn to this presence because it is rare, compelling, and rooted in authenticity. By embodying these attitudes, you step into your power, attract meaningful relationships, and create a life filled with respect, admiration, and influence. The ultimate truth is that attraction begins with who you are, not who you are trying to be for others. Men are drawn to women who embody energy, balance, and authenticity. Confidence, kindness, independence, positivity, and mystery are the pillars of this energy. They create admiration, inspire curiosity, and invite connection. Each attitude reinforces the others, creating a synergy that makes your presence unforgettable. Mastering them is not a superficial pursuit. It is a journey to becoming the best version of yourself, a woman who inspires, uplifts, and commands respect naturally. By embracing these attitudes fully, you step into a life of empowerment, influence, and authentic connection. Men are drawn to energy that feels complete, balanced, and intentional. Your presence becomes magnetic because it reflects emotional intelligence, self-respect, and personal mastery. You inspire admiration not through effort or performance, but through being fully yourself. Confident, kind, independent, positive, and intriguingly mysterious. This is the energy that transforms relationships, interactions, and the way the world responds to you. Every moment is an opportunity to embody these attitudes. Every decision, interaction, and choice shapes the energy you radiate. By consciously cultivating confidence, kindness, independence, positivity, and mystery, you step into a life where respect, admiration, and attraction follow naturally. You create influence without force, inspire loyalty without demand, and attract connection without effort.